My favorite Zelda race would have to be the Gorons, because they kind of rock. I say that because they are made of rock and they eat rock, and I don't quite understand how their biology works, but I just think that's great that they're made of rock and they also eat rock. Uh, and they roll into balls and roll down the hill at you, and also make hilarious noises when you wake them up or talk to them or anything. The two best Gorons would have to be Darunia and Daruk, because they're pretty much the only two with any personality. And also, Gorons can just kind of do anything. Like, they'll either just chill in their city, or they're traveling salesmen on the open seas, or Guardians of Hyrule. There's a lot of jobs that Gorons have had. One of the funner things that you can do with the Gorons in a Zelda game is sumo wrestle them in Twilight Princess. But you need the Iron Boots to do so because they're super powerful and heavy. And, catch them like you do the goats to get past the Guardians or Sentries or whatever in Twilight Princess. And Twilight Princess was great for the Gorons, but when you get to know Daruk in Breath of the Wild, that dude is just hilarious. He's very bombastic and loud and slaps Link on the back all the time and somehow doesn't shatter his spine. They're just cool. And when they roll fast enough, they grow spikes for some reason. And those are just some of the reasons why I think these chubby, hilarious rock people are the best race that the Legend of Zelda series has to offer.
I would have to say that the Zoras are my favorite Zelda race, because there's such a variety of them. Like, the Zora King in Ocarina of Time is enormous and hilarious looking. Sometimes they just look straight up like sharks. Other times they're like mermaids with feet. I don't know, and there's so many cool ones. Like Mifa is awesome in Breath of the Wild. Macau in Majora's Mask was pretty cool. I mean, he died and became Link's mask, but still, he seemed like he was a pretty cool guy. And I mean, they're basically like the elves in Lord of the Rings. Like, they're just better, or at least they think they are, than everybody else. And eventually, they evolve into birds, but that's a little weird. But and the Zoras are just cool. I mean, they swim well. They can shoot their fins off like boomerangs, and like that was most of the best parts of Majora's Mask was the Zora sections. And I mean, the Zora tunic is usually my favorite one, and not just because it's blue.
My favorite Zelda race is far and away the most evolutionary, confusing circumstance. For some reason, the Rito evolved from the Zora once the world flooded, or that was the case in Wind Waker, it was said. They are in Breath of the Wild too, but the Rito are just really awesome. Because, I mean, they're just bird people, and they are very fast and agile, and that is their whole, like, tribe's, like, mantra, is just being quick and agile and, like, really wise. Which, I mean, owls are wise, and that's the chieftain. But all the Rito are just, like, really, I don't know, they're just very, like, elegant and cool, and you can really see how they kind of evolved from the Zoras, because they have that elegancy, but they also have like their own thing of kind of being like stuck up and, full of themselves, like Rivali. Because Rivali is just, he's so full of himself, and the worst part is he can back it up. But the Rito are just some of the best, like, creatures in the entire, like, Zelda mythos. Like, palling around with Medley in Wind Waker was probably one of my favorite sections of the game, because she was just, like, so charming, and she was just really cool, because she has hands, and then she just, like, flaps, and her wings come out of the hands. Like, it's just cool that she has hands and can fly at the same time. And the Rito are just super fly, and that is why.
Oh God.
Hey, thanks for watching. Did you like the video? Why don't you hit that like and subscribe button? It really helps us grow the channel. And don't forget to ring that bell to join our notification squad. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I put the links in the description just to make it easier for you to get to. And we will catch you next time for the next video from the Bro Trio.